Welcome to part 2 of a tutorial explaining the distinctive pedagogies pedagogical framework for mobile learning. If you've watched part 1 of this tutorial, you'll remember that we explored this basic framework which consists of 3 broad constructs. These are personalisation, collaboration and authenticity. These have been identified as the key affordances of mobile technologies which add value above and beyond traditional approaches where students do not have access to a personal device. We concluded part 1 by indicating that each of these broad affordances can be divided into sub-elements which are shown in this slide. Moving into the sub-elements themselves, here we're looking at the specific element of the personalisation theme, agency. In this representation, agency is described as the ability to make choices and to act autonomously, and it's represented here as a continuum with 2 binaries or extremes. At the left-hand extreme, learners have no agency or independence and are entirely subject to external control, usually in the form of the teacher. Moving towards the right-hand extreme, we have a midway point described as negotiated outcomes, where learners are given more of a choice about how and why and where they learn, although this is in consultation and negotiation, usually with the teacher. At the right-hand extreme, or binary, we encounter entirely independent learning, where the learner is entirely free to choose by themselves how, where, what and where they learn. Therefore, we can characterise these continuums as extending from low through to medium and then through to high. And this illustration shows all of the other sub-elements set out with their respective continuums. This is a largely theoretical model which represents data collected in a review of mobile learning case studies published in 2012. Our intention is to use design-based research methodology to design learning episodes and activities with teachers for each of these 6 substrands, and to invite practitioners to work alongside us in testing them out, refining them, and reporting back as part of a community. The following 6 tutorials examine each of these sub-elements in more detail, using illustrations and examples from recent research studies in Scotland and elsewhere to sketch out the initial designs for the forthcoming research.